So this is Van Gogh's Road with Cypress and Star that we are going to be recreating. So the first thing you're going to do is the road. So you're going to choose a brown, dark brown, light brown, medium brown, any shade of brown. It does not matter. It can have a funny name like bittersweet or tapioca, or any shade of brown is perfectly acceptable. So you're going to start in the top right side, not the left side, and I'm just going to put like a little mark so I know how high to go. Then I'm going to come over here to the bottom left corner and I'm going to do a 3-finger space and put another little mark. So then I'm going to do a wavy line, not a super snaky wavy line. It's just going to curve up, curve down, curve up, curve down. So I like to do a kind of a pretend draw first, so I know where I plan on putting it, and I kind of have an idea before I actually put it on the paper, just like that. Then you're going to take your brown and you're going to follow the same curve with a dash, 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 dash. So I'm not going to leave big spacing between the dashes. You can see there's a big white gap, so I'm going to fill it in, just like this. So the white spaces are not big at all. Then I'm going to come in with my second dash, dash, dash line, and it's going to be kind of close to the first one. Just like that. So both of these lines follow the same curve, kind of like a roller coaster. So I want to keep going with more dash lines that follow that curve. And I'm making sure that I don't leave big white gaps. If I do have any big gaps, then I'm just going to fill it in a little extra. This is not a fast way to color at all. We are following the sample that Van Gogh did with the dash, 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 dash. And I do want to point out a couple of places that I'm not happy with. First off, do you see how all of these white spaces are lined up? I don't like that at all. So I'm going to rearrange a little bit. Make that one a little longer, that one a little longer, that one longer, that one longer. So now my white spaces aren't exactly lined up because I don't like that. Do not do this. That is not what Van Gogh did at all. You're going to keep going in a line that curves around till you get to the bottom. So some of your brown dashes might be long, some of them might be short. That is perfectly fine. There is no right or wrong way to make the dashes. As long as you follow the curve, so as you can tell, when I did that mess up over here, I have to go back in and I need to fix it. So I just keep drawing and pretend that everything is fine. Just like so. All the way to the bottom. And notice the bottom even has a curve. All the way to the very corner, just like that. So yes, you can still see the mess up, but that's okay. Now you are going, once you are finished, all the way done, and your partner is all the way finished with the brown, you are going to switch colors. You're going to get your partner's brown, and your partner is going to get your brown. If your partner is not finished, just wait patiently until they're done, and then you can switch. So now you're going to go in between the spaces of the brown. So my partner had the lighter brown. I'm going to zoom in so you can see exactly where I'm adding this. So in between the two brown lines, I go in and I add more dashed lines. Again, this is not a fast way to do it. In between the two brown lines, I add dashes. But as you can tell, when I'm adding two different browns, it's changing the color. Even though I'm not actually mixing any of these colors, your eyes will be mixing the browns together, and you're actually going to come up with a totally, completely different brown than what you can find in any crayon. So let me zoom out. So you can see there's less white spaces, and the white spaces here are larger, but I'm still following the same curve as I'm doing the dash, 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 dash. So I'm going to finish it, and you finish yours as well. So again, I'm not trying to go fast and do dash, 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 dash. I stay in the lines, and I go all the way to the bottom, just like that. And now my road is finished. When you are finished with the road, you're going to need one green crayon. Dark green, light green, medium green, any color green is fine. Even yellow green is okay as long as it colors green. Sometimes yellow green can actually look yellow, but we want a green color. So you're going to start in the middle of your road. So I'm going to put a little dot there. And you're going to start at the very, very top in the middle, just like that. You're going to do what's called an S curve. An S curve looks exactly like it sounds, like an S. So you have the letter S. Only we're going to take the S and we're going to stretch it out. So it's a very long S. It's not a wavy line. It's a very, very stretched out letter S. So from the top here to the bottom of the road, I'm just going to curve this way, curve that way, and stop. So it does resemble the letter S. Then from the very top to the bottom, I'm just going to do a giant curve line. just like that. Then I'm going to do one more S curve. Start at the top to the bottom. So it's going to be skinny and then get fat. So skinny and fat. And it looks similar to a leaf or a green flame. Then on the inside, I'm going to do the dash, 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 and follow the curve. Remember, keep your white spaces small. Then I'm going to go up this green line. Just like that. Then keep going. So as you notice, it's going to continue to get tight in here. So I just keep making it shorter. And I can't go and squeeze anymore in here. So I just keep going around and around until there's just no more space. Just like that. And then I do the other side. Exact same way. I follow the green line. And keep going. So do not try to go fast on this. If you try to hurry, then it will definitely mess it up. That does not look like Van Gogh at all. You've got to stay in a line as you are adding the dashes. Even my mess ups, I'm going to keep going and pretend they're not there. So when you finish, it looks like that. Then one partner is going to use the orange. The other partner is going to use the the yellow. So one partner gets orange, one partner gets yellow. It does not matter who gets which one, but you choose one orange and one yellow. If you are the nicest person, then you always let your friends go first. So if you are the nicest partner, you'll let your partner pick if they want the yellow or the orange first. And then you can get the other one. So I'm going to start off with the orange. So right above my road here, I'm going to go about a finger space and put a little mark. So I'm going to keep it even across the top and draw what's called the horizon line. That line, everything below it is going to be the ground. Everything above it is going to be the sky. So before I do that, I kind of eyeball it to make sure it's about the same. And then you're going to draw, stop, draw, just like that. If they're not exactly the same, that's okay. Just try to do the best you can. Then I start on this side, and our dashes are going to be up and down. So you can go down with your dashes, or you can go up with your dashes. Whichever is more comfortable and easy for you. Do not try to do this. That is 100% not how Van Gogh did it. You have to go in a line. So just like this. Now I do notice there's lots of big white spaces, so I'm going to make sure I fill in so I don't have big white spaces. So I'm actually going to go a little bit slower. Some of my dashes are long, some of my dashes are short. So once I touch the tree, I'm going to slide over to here. So I keep my orange going vertical up and down, but I just keep getting smaller and smaller until I reach the very corner. Ooh, and I can see this white line right here. I'll make that one a little bit longer. So as I'm waiting, I'm also looking to see if there's anything that I can fix. So now you're going to do the exact same thing here. But because this is curved, it's better if you start on the straight side. So now I can keep it straight even though everything else is curved. I'm going to finish the top, and then I'll come down to the bottom, just like that. So it looks like the tree is in front, and then you have the corn or wheat behind it. Then you're going to switch the orange and the yellow with your partner. Once they are finished with all of the vertical stripes of the field, then you'll switch. And just like we did the road with the two browns, our ground is going to have the two colors, orange and yellow. So again, I'm going to zoom in so you can see a little bit better. In between the orange, I'm adding the yellow. Just like that. So it's like you have a bazillion different roads. Remember, it is not a race. I want you to do a good job and not a fast job. So I just stay in between my oranges. So both you and your partner will have the orange and yellow, which really does make it look like Van Gogh's road with cypress and star. So as you can tell, this is not going to be fast. If you go fast, then you did it wrong. So you can tell the difference between the two sides. With the yellow, kind of your eyes mix the colors together. Without, it looks like just regular orange. So you're adding the stripes. Then make sure you don't forget under the tree too. It's easy to skip that. All the way to the side. Then one partner, whichever partner has the yellow crayon, you're going to draw the letter C in the sky. And I put it kind of high at the top of the paper, just like that. Then I draw another C on the inside, and now you have the moon. Make sure your partner draws this because you're going to be trading this crayon back and forth between you and your partner. After you have the crescent or moon shape, I want you to color it in normal. This is the only piece of the whole picture that we're actually going to be coloring in normal, just like that. Then you're going to go around the moon, dash, 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 dash. Just like that. One time. Then dash, dash, dash around. Another time. And then last time. 3 times around the moon, just like that. Now we're going to add the star. The star is going to be on the left side over here. Now I put the moon at the top of my paper, so my star is going to be down a little bit lower in the sky. So right here, you're just going to draw a small spiral. Then you're going to keep going around, dash, 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 in a spiral one time. Then go dash, dash, dash around 2 times. Then dash, dash, dash around 3 times. Once you are finished with your star and your moon, you're going to pick either a blue or a violet. Now, this is going to be the nighttime sky, so don't pick a sky blue or a baby blue. Try to pick a darker blue. Straight up blue, or excuse me, straight up purple or violet is okay. But if you can find a blue violet or a midnight blue, that would look very good. It has a little hint of purple, but it is not straight up purple. So you are not sharing this crayon with your partner. You both have 2 different dark blues. Then you're going to start where you left off on the spiral and go around, dash, dash, dash. Just like that. Then you're going to go around 2 times. And see where it touches my tree, I stop. And then pick up over here 2 times. Then 1 more time. And you see how it gets cut off of the paper? And if you get it on the table, that's perfectly fine. It wipes right off. Then around, stop, just like that. So if your star does not touch your tree or does not touch the side of your paper yet, that's okay. You're just going to keep going and going. So I see it touches my ground, I stop. And I have a little blank corner here, so I'm going to add some dashes to fill in that corners. So then I continue with the curve at the top. Again, do not try to do this. You can see how that completely ruins the look. We're not trying to make a sunshine. You've got to go around like this, so it has the curve to it. That curve that matches the star is very important with giving the sky the look like the wind is blowing, which is exactly what Van Gogh's pictures look like. They have movement. It looks like, because of all the dash, 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 it looks like it has a lot of movement. So again, I touch the top of my paper, so I want to make sure I add the dash, dash, dash to the corner. And then up here too, until I touch. So I do see a couple places where the white is all lined up. So I'm going to go back in. I'm going to readjust so that the white is not lined up. I do not like that look at all. And sometimes you don't even know it's lined up until after you're all the way finished, and then you're like, oh, wait a minute, I need to fix that. So once you're finished with the star, then we're going to move over to the sun, excuse me, to the moon. So you're going to go around one time. Now notice I can't go in the inside anymore. So this is going to end up looking more like the star as it goes around and around. 2 times and 3 times. Now, if yours touches the top or touches the side, that's actually a very good thing. Mine touched the top, but it did not touch the side. It's not wrong. So, do you see how this line comes down? So you're curving up and then down, but the tree is in the way. So what you're going to do now is you're going to take this and curve under the star, excuse me, the moon. This is the moon. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to pretend about right here, and then curve around. Just like that. Then I'm going to follow this curve down. Oh, and I can't go any farther, so now I'm going to go back up, just like that. So I keep going down and up, down and up, until I get to the very middle, and then I can't do anything more. Then I'm going to continue this downward curve around. Oh, I touched the edge, but I'm going to pretend, and draw. Then the downward. Once it touches your ground, then skip, draw, and then you have this corner and this corner. Now I notice in between my lines right here, there's big white. So I'm going to draw another line in between so that I don't have so much white. It's not about leaving white. You actually don't want to leave barely any white. So you see how close my blue is getting? I like that so much better. So the closer you can have your dash lines, the better it looks. Yes, I like that much better. So when you finish, you now have your Van Gogh road with the cypress and star.